Happy New Year! Welcome back to One Girl Evolution. We made it to 2026. How exciting is that? I hope that you all had lovely holidays, a lovely New Year celebration. If you didn't, I'm so sorry. I hope the year brings better blessings, you know? Yeah! This week we are talking about, kind of like New Year's resolutions, but not really. I do want to talk about my ins and outs of 2026 because I keep seeing people do it and I'm like, I want to participate. So we're going to do that today. We're also going to talk about journaling, starting hobbies, and overriding your brain. I feel like that's like rewiring your brain at the beginning of a new year and then taking in those practices for the rest of the year might help. I don't know. We'll discuss it. And as you know, segments in between. Excited for this new year. Okay, so let's get right into it. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about today was journaling because I recently got back into it and I feel like every time I journal and then I stop and then I journal again, I'm like, why did I stop? I guess it's the same with like meditation or anything that you find like brings like peace to your life, but then life gets kind of chaotic, so then you, not that you forget those practices, but you don't make as much time for them maybe necessarily. But at least since obviously the beginning of this year, it started out slow, I was on holiday break, so I had more time for myself and I had time to journal and rest, and sit with my thoughts and like think of what I want this coming year to bring in for me and what I want it to release, and to move on from, to make space for the new and all that good stuff. But yeah, so journaling, I find I don't really like to journal about like my sad stuff. I think that's kind of why I stopped, because I didn't want to like focus on it or whatever, but obviously it helps you let go of things when you write it out. And then I don't know, because I guess I used to go back to it a lot and that's why it would just bring me down. But now my best friend actually just gifted me a new journal and it's so beautiful and whimsical and like full of life to me. So I've been writing like my manifestations and like my hopes and my dreams and like letters from my future self to me now and just all of that in that journal, and like phrases that I want to remember, just like practices that I want to keep in mind throughout the year. And like I'm gonna go back and reread that all the time to see what it is that I wrote. But I do have another journal that it's more like, they're both blue. Blue is my favorite color. But the other journal is like blue with like feathers on it. I've had it for like 10 years now. And I still haven't finished it. But I'll write in that one ever so often like the things I want to release and like let go of. I guess that I keep that one away because I'm like, let them go. Let it all go. But this new one, like, I don't know, it feels like new possibilities, newness, and I really enjoy that. So if you were looking into getting into journaling, maybe you have an old journal like me and then you were gifted a new one or you got a new one, you can do that using the old one as like the things you want to release and the new one is the things that you want to bring in, or however you want to do it. If you want, I wouldn't personally journal both topics in one, just because then I feel like it's gonna be a mix, and like I don't know, I want my good things and I want the things that no longer serve me to be released. So I've been really enjoying journaling. I literally started from like the 30th, so like a week, till yesterday. I gave today the day off. If there's like little things that I want to write on, then I'll just like write in it, then I'll go and write it down. But if not, maybe I'll go and reread it, or I'll share it with someone who might need that advice. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, journaling. I really find it helpful writing out everything. Everything, how I said, that you want to let go of, that you want to release, that no longer serves you, that it just brings you down. Like things that you want out of your life. Write them all down. You can burn it, you can flush it, throw it away, fold it away from you if you do any of those things and you fold it. And just release it. Like forget about it, let it go. And it's kind of like the same process for the things you want. Instead, like you're feeling those emotions while you're writing them because you're trying to manifest, you're trying to bring in all those good things. So everything you want to make space for and bring in, you write all that down as if you're feeling it, as if it's happening right now. And who knows, I truly believe if you believe strong enough, anything can happen and all your dreams can come true. Like we've seen proof of it, so why can't it be true for us? Just put your mind to it and you can do it. But yeah, like journaling everything you want to manifest and then also forgetting about it, letting it go. Yeah, you can go back and like read it, remind yourself, but then once you do that again, be like, okay, like I'm so excited for this to happen. Literally like that. I try my best not to use contractions, so like can't or don't or whatever else won't. English class. But I try not to use those because I heard this thing once that the universe is like a 5-year-old, so you have to talk to them in ways that they understand, and sometimes contradictions can be like lost in the sauce and it switches to the opposite meaning of it. Maybe I'm crazy, but I believe that. So I like to say like, I'm so excited for this to happen, I'm so ready for this to happen, I'm making space for this to happen. Anything like that. While you read it, feel that like in your bones and then release it and be okay whether it happens or if it doesn't. Be okay if something else were to come in and it might be better. We've talked about this before. But I don't know, I truly believe that. I love journaling. I genuinely believe like stretching and yoga, meditation, the same. It's like a release of your emotions and you're just letting everything out, and then it clears up your brain. It makes room for growth and creativity and whatever else that you might need to think about now. But like getting all of that old past drudge and events that you don't no longer want to think about, or the people who no longer like serve like your greatest purpose, like get rid of them. Sayonara, adios. But yeah, just release all of that, bring in the new. We love journaling here, even if we take breaks from it. But tell me what you journaled about. I can tell you, I told you I journaled about my manifestations, a letter from my higher self telling me how good it's gonna get, because it is. When you believe it. So believe it, because anything can happen. So we have a new song for you today. I thought of it the other day. I hope you enjoy it. Again, I'm not a singer. I get really nervous when I do these songs, but I find them fun and they get stuck in my head and I show them to my friends and they like them, and so I want to share them here. I hope you enjoy. This one doesn't have a name because it just says the same thing. So it's a little bit, we're just gonna get into it. Do the things that make you really happier on a daily basis. Do the things that make you really happier on a daily basis. I need a backing track. But that was my song. And just do the things that make you really happy on a daily basis. Sing it however you want. I love singing with an accent because it makes it more fun. But on a daily basis, do the things that make you happy. And so, that leads me into journaling is kind of like a hobby, but I don't like to view it as a hobby. I rather view it as like something for my mental health, like something that takes care of me, that is as like self-care, you know? Hobbies also are self-care, but like, I don't know, I feel like it's more like of an activity, like you want to be having fun for the majority of the hobby, and I feel like journaling isn't always the most fun because you can get into those deep, dark portions of your soul and brain and like have to heal yourself and release that and like kind of relive it to release it. But hobbies is like, yeah, they can be challenging, but like I feel like for the most part they're always fun. And so this year I want to bring in more hobbies into my life. I don't really have many. I used to kickbox, which I loved so much. Kickboxing is the best thing for me. Also with like my astrological sign, if you ever want to know what workout may be better for you, look at your Mars placement. Your Mars placement will tell you like what sign it is. It'll tell you like, obviously, yeah, I like to look on TikTok, and the astrologers on TikTok know more than I do. But I'll look up, like, for example, I'm a Scorpio Mars. I will look up Scorpio Mars workout. And for me, it's kickboxing, it's yoga, it's dancing, like it's like releaseful kinds of things. Other people's, depending on who you are, it could be cardio, it could be like generic workouts, it could be Pilates might be better for you, or something, or a sport, something along those lines. But when I saw that my Scorpio, like it would be kickboxing, I was like, oh, that makes sense. I love kickboxing. So look into that. That could be a new hobby of yours. Like with moving your body. But another hobby that I want to look into so bad, I used to be in the chess club in 6th grade, in my 6th grade middle school. I was like the only girl in the chess club, and I don't know if it was that the other girls didn't want to play, they didn't find it interesting, or they felt like weird going. I felt a little bit weird going, just because it was so, like, it was a boys club. Like, when I got, and my school was like, my grade was 60 kids, so like everyone knew everyone. So like I'm the one girl in like the 20 boys, and I'm like, I just want to play some chess. I just want to play, because I would play with my dad at home, and then I found out we had a chess team, or a chess club at school, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna join. And I think I only went to like a few club meetings because of how much of a boys club it is. Rude. When I told my friends this, they said I should watch, not this part, but like that I want to start chess, that I should watch Queen's Gambit. So maybe we'll be watching that this year. But yeah, if there's a hobby that you want to do, maybe you feel weird about it, or I don't know, a little scared for some reason, override those feelings. There's something in you that like put that want in you, and you wouldn't have that regardless. You wouldn't have that like inner like, oh, interest and curiosity about it if there wasn't something for you there. So check it out. Go see what you can find. This year I'm definitely gonna find like a chess recreational thing, club for like young adults, I don't know, or adults, I don't know. I'll find one. Or I'm just gonna play with one of my good friends that she said that she would play with me. So we might start there and then go into like the bigger leagues. But I'm very excited. When I had that like reminiscent, I don't know, like that reminding that I used to love playing chess, I'm like, oh my god, I should get back into chess. And it also makes you smarter. It like helps you with like strategical like moves and like thinking like 10 steps ahead. Like I love chess. I think it's so interesting. I'm a checkers hater. Sorry. Not the restaurant. Love the restaurant. But the game, I find it boring. Chess is so interesting. But yeah, I don't know any other hobbies that I want to take up right now. If I do, I will let y'all know. But as of right now, it's just those two. I want to look back into getting into kickboxing and getting into chess. Chess is like the #1. And then, you know, hang out with friends more, spending time with loved ones, experiencing. You have to experience things. But like just going out and doing the damn thing, being bold. Those are gonna be my hobbies. Being silly. I wanna be silly. I actually wrote in my journal, it was wake up, decide who you want to be, dress like it, then act like it. Obviously, like, that seems so, yeah, obviously, like, thank you, like, that's so straightforward. But like, when you actually like have the thought process behind it, you're like, no, who do I want to be today? Like, what outfit excites me and like calls that version of me's name? And then I'm gonna act like her and I'm gonna be her. So I did that yesterday when I went to dinner and I had a great time. Maybe that could be a hobby. I don't know. I decide what the hobbies are, I guess, in my life. But let me know what hobbies you guys are going to take up, if any. If your hobby is literally watching TV or hanging out, like, that's one of my favorite hobbies. This is a safe space. You don't have to be so active or creative. You can literally do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy, whatever brings you joy. That can be your hobby. Whatever you want. Oh. But, sorry, I just got so excited. But yeah, let me know what hobbies you guys are taking up. I literally had a friend who took up, like, painting nails, and, like, in 6 months she's an amazing nail artist. Like, she's not, doing people's nails, but she does her own nails, and it's insane the artistry that comes from her, and she literally just started it, like, last year or the year before. So you never know how good you can get at something, and like how much you might like it and enjoy it. Give it a try, see what happens. Aww. Alert! We have a new crush of the week, and this week's crush of the week is gonna be Selena. Just because I'm wearing her shirt. And this is our revival. This shirt is 10 years old today. Yeah, she's gonna be my crush of this week. I love her. And I've admired her since I was a little girl. Let me know who your crush of the week is. Mine is on my shirt. And hopefully interviewed here one day soon. I would. Let me know who yours is. Okay, so then that leads me into how I said, like, rewire your brain. Or overriding your brain. Words. Overriding your brain, like, and rewiring it can be a challenge. Unless you put in, like, the actual effort and, like, you know that you want to change and you know you want to be better. Like, that's the secret sauce. So, for me, I get very overstimulated very easily, and, like, and I'm sure, like, so many other people relate, and I will just, like, want to rip everything off, and I can, like, hurt myself if I let it take over, or just, like, you know, like, when you just have too many clothes on, or, like, too many jewelry, and, like, too much jewelry on, or just, like, you're overstimulated, like, the sock's on wrong, or your sock's wet, or your shirt's on, and it's, like, folded in an uncomfortable position. Like, I can just get really overstimulated, and so I have to remind myself, like, calm down. Like, almost like a child. Gentle parenting, I know, horrible. It can overcome me sometimes. And so the other day, I got really overstimulated. And usually I'll just take deep breaths and I'll go, okay, we're doing this, like, it's fine, and, like, kind of just talk myself through it and bring myself back down, which has been very helpful throughout my life. But the other day, I don't know why I had this thought, that I was taking off my jewelry and it was, like, really bothering me. And like I had so many layers on because it was cold in Miami, so you know, I was bundled up. I am going like, I like to go from the top of my head to the bottom to then like change into my house clothes or like the PJs that I'm gonna get into, whatever. And they're like, okay, you're on a stealth mission. You are a spy. And you are gonna pretend that like you are saving people. So I'm literally like, okay, we got them, okay. We secured the package. Everyone is safe. Okay, now we have to go back in and we have to get them. Okay, now we gotta go like just so the randomest things like that would come to my brain, like, okay, now dive, jump, go. I can't even think of the words I was using because it was so funny to me, and it just kept making myself laugh of being like, okay, now we're going down the wire and we're gonna save the hostages or like whatever, like just random things to like take my brain out of like what I was in, of the overstimulation of being like, oh my god, there's so much going on right now, I have so much on my body, like I need to stop. It like made me like backtrack and be like, okay, like what can I say now? To make myself giggle, like what are we doing? We're going down to the basement for sub below zero, we're gonna save them, like just random crap. But I found it so much fun. I was having so much fun with it, and by the end I had taken off all my jewelry, I had changed, and I was like, that was such a better experience. And like so much more fun, and like I was so much more playful with myself. So I think that's what I'm getting at, is like, be playful with yourself. Like not everything has to be so serious. That's another thing I wrote in my journal, is like fail better, or like and also get over yourself. Like laugh more. Like you dropped something, you spilled something, laugh about it. Like it's okay. But yeah, I was just giggling and I was like, thank you, brain, for overriding itself and changing the narrative. And now I'm not overstimulated. Now I'm in a better mood. Like, and if I wouldn't have done that, maybe I would have been in like, okay, like I need a second, and like I need to sit and like whatever. But like I was just like, okay, what are we gonna do next? Like, are we gonna put on my show? Like, are we gonna go talk to a friend? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, in a good mood. So I don't know, shifting perspective, overriding your brain, rewiring it. So that was like one example. This is a second example of, if you've seen the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, then you'll understand. If you haven't seen the movie, I'll do my best to like explain how it relates. So in the movie, the concept of time is like all happening at the same time around us. So there's like different dimensions everywhere, like all around us. Everything, everywhere, all at once. So every dimension, everything is everywhere all at once. So when in the movie, like when they figure out like how to like, the way I describe it is like channel a version of themselves to help in the current situation that they're in their reality, they have to like do something crazy. So like one of the things is like the guy had to cut paper, like give himself paper cuts on in between each of his fingers. Disgusting. But he had to do like this weird thing to be able to like do taekwondo and like get that version of himself, you know? So I applied this to life in the sense of, let's say you stub your toe, or like something goes wrong, and like usually you'd be like, oh my god, that hurt so much, like why did that happen, like, and just like get really like worked up or upset about it, because it's a really strange random thing. So like you don't know what your reaction could be. I like to do now, and it wasn't ever since I saw that movie, I thought about it after I saw the movie. What I like to do now is whenever something like out of the ordinary happens, random, or that I get hurt, like I stub my toe or something, I'm like, oh, that's propelling me into the timeline, or like the version of the person I'm supposed to be, like, and so again, changing your perspective. And so I think like, I don't know, let's say this light falls over right now and breaks. Please don't. But to me, whatever happened from there, I would be like, okay, that was supposed to happen, and because it's propelled me into the timeline I'm supposed to be in, into the person I'm supposed to be, or into the version of myself that I need to channel today. Random, I know. But it makes you change your perspective on the situation as to like, oh, this is happening for me, not like against me, or like, you know, like it's not happening to me, it's happening for me, you know? So I found that really interesting. Sorry, I thought my dog was there. I was like, you just listening by the door? But yeah, like overriding your brain into for the overstimulation, and when something doesn't go your way, you can literally be like, oh no, that was for me. Like, that's why it went that way. It was so I can catapult into what I'm supposed to become. You never know. It's crazy. And then another thing I do is I yell stop. So this is more for like intrusive thoughts. So like and obviously be alone if you're gonna be yelling. But, or like in a place that you can yell. But like when you have an intrusive thought, that's just like not it. I'm not gonna give examples of the intrusive thoughts I get. Unless you want to hear them. They are dark. We're not gonna talk about them. But I will literally yell stop. And I can't scream. My mom's taking a nap. I'm not gonna yell. We share a wall. So I'm not gonna yell. But I'll literally yell stop. And I'll tell those thoughts like, go away. I rebuke you. And for the most part they'll leave. If they come back, I'll just do the same process. Or I used to, which this one I don't recommend. No, I'm not gonna. I would like very lightly with a rubber band, like snap. But don't do that, because that hurts yourself. And so I did that only for a little bit, and I was like, I don't want to hurt myself. Like, I'm not a, like, yes, it is rewiring your brain, but don't do that one. I will do more things like I'll put my hand over my heart, like give myself peace, say stop, say no. I'll say that's a lie. I heard this one the other day. See, TikTok is educational. I don't care who thinks otherwise. And it's so uplifting. This guy was like, I don't remember what he said exactly, but he said like, the things that your brain, the thoughts that your brain has aren't truths. They're just thoughts that your brain is having. So you can tell your brain like, no, that's a lie. That is a lie. And then you reframe, always about changing perspective, you reframe to what you want the truth to be, or like what your truth is. And then it reminds your brain like, okay, no, that was, because like your brain tells itself out of like safety. So like it'll tell itself lies out of safety. But when you believe those lies is what causes like the anxiety and like whatever. So because your brain's just always trying to keep you safe. But if you are in a safe position and your brain is causing you intrusive thoughts, and that is a lie. Like, that is not true. I am safe. You remind yourself, you ground yourself, bring yourself back. I am safe. The nonsense that you were talking about is not real, is a lie, is fabricated. Let's change the narrative. What is real? I am safe. I am, like, let's say you're at home and you're just having, like, you're about to have a panic attack or something. I'm safe. I am home. Like, the doors are locked, I'm okay, I have water, like, and then that's where I would go into, like, the 5 things you see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. I love those 5 senses things. But yeah, those are, like, my overriding brain, like, things. Or tactics. I love them. And I think they really help, and I hope they help you. Mwah! Let me know if you have other overriding brain tactics, because this girl, I need to rewire her. I need to take her out and wash her and literally change her thinking process, because she is silly sometimes. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the ins and outs for 2026. So I want to start with the outs, we're going to release. So out, cowardice, fear of being seen or anything like that. Inconsistent people. I feel like I already said this in the last episode. But like, oh, just like gross behavior, like being afraid of expressing yourself, whether it's through your clothes, through your creativity, through your words, like, no. So then I'm just gonna go into ins because whatever about outs. But ins, being bold, being yourself, like going out there and doing the damn thing, and being unapologetic about it and just doing it, like, because you know it's what will make you happy. Being happy. In also being socially aware of the world. You should know what's going on everywhere. Not everywhere, but like the big things that are going on. You should know. And like not just what, like do your own research, not just what TV or the internet is telling you. Consult with your friends, maybe they know more than you. Like, we're gonna be more educated this year. That is in. More in love, romance, spontaneity, adventure. I already said this, but being bold, having fun, not taking yourself so seriously, laughing at yourself, just living life the fullest that you want to. Don't define it by how other people live their lives to the fullest. You define that, because it's your life. So live it how you want to. Just make sure that you are happy. And don't harm other people in the process, obviously. Don't hurt other people on purpose, obviously. Listen, karma is your friend, and she's got your back. So whoever did you wrong, or whatever like revenge or vengeance you might want to seek and hurt someone or whatever, let her do that. She will figure it out for you, and it'll be better than anything you ever did. Because then if you do it, then it might come back around to you, and you don't want that energy. So let go, let God, let be, and see what happens for you. I have lots of good excitement, like energy, happy energy around this new year. I'm very excited to see what's in store for everyone, the collective, my friends and my family and myself. I have very good feelings. So prove me right, 2026. Hello. It's time for TV show club / movies of this week. So I actually started a new show, and it's called The Boys. That's why I came in like Superman, because I also don't have a cape. If I had a cape, that would have been great. But I love it. I just started it. I had started it before and then I stopped it, and then I'm restarting it now. I just finished season 1 yesterday. I'm on season 2 now. Very interesting show. It's like a parody kind of superheroes. So it's like if superheroes were in the real world, but like not how you would think they are. I'm sure somebody of you have already seen it, but if you haven't and you're interested, definitely check it out. It does have a lot of gory deaths and like gruesome scenes. It's an action show, like that's a part of it. And it's not too bad, and you could turn away and it's gone the next second, so that's good. But it's a really interesting show, and it really makes you think about people, I think. I'm very excited to see where it goes. I know that the last season of it comes out now in April, so I started it just in time. Very happy about that, because everything always works out, guys. So yeah, if you've been interested in that show and you want to get on board before the series ends, check it out. Let me know what you think, and let me know what shows you are watching this week, or movies. to Tarot Corner. I forgot the name just for a second. How crazy is that? Okay, so I'm going to be doing a reading for this first full official week of 2026. Let's see what is in store for everyone. Close there. So we can speak up a bit. Okay, so you know the drill. Shuffle it 3 times. Knock on it 3 times. That's how I do it. Knock on it 3 times. And see what the collective needs to hear. Let's see what we all need to hear for this upcoming week. This first week of 2026. Insane. That number just came out of my mouth. Oop. Baloo. Let's see. Oh, so did another one. Okay, I like to shuffle 3 times. We know this. Just reminding you. We don't like to do a huge reading just so it's not too long. But if it's necessary. So what do we need to know? What do we need to hear for the collective? Okay. Ooh, the Queen of Wands is on the bottom. How pretty. Okay, so this was the first one to come out. Temperance. And then the Page of Wands. And then the 2 of Wands. And then the 3 of Cups. Ooh, how fun. How fun. Okay, okay. I got excited because they all look so pretty. Ooh, we opened right to Temperance. The Temperance card depicts a genderless person with wings. They stand firmly with 1 foot in water and 1 foot on the ground. This symbolizes the need to stay grounded in order to find balance in our lives. Using both wisdom and creativity are both essential in this situation. Okay, so keeping yourself grounded is probably important. To find balance, and then using both wisdom and so both sides of your brain, logic and creativity, are essential in the situation. You're currently in. Let's see what the Page of Wands has to say, or that we are in. We're all in this together. Okay, the Page of Wands is passionate, impulsive, and ready to jump into any new experience for its thrill. Okay, so impulsivity is what stuck out to me the most. But okay, so maybe you are being too impulsive at this time and you're trying to jump into something new, but the Temperance is telling you, like, stay grounded. Yes, be like passionate, use your creative side, but also be logical about these next steps. Let's see what the 2 of Wands has to say. So, the 2 of Wands appears during a time of self-reflection and new beginnings. Before starting a journey, it's important to reflect on how your actions and choices have led you to where you are today and how they've affected the world around you. Okay, so with this 2 of Wands, with the self-reflection and that new beginnings are coming, look back, see the choices that led you where you are today and how they've affected the world around you. Don't be too impulsive. Like, check with yourself first before any impulsivity, and then also keep yourself grounded. And what was this? Haha. Here it is. Or they are. Sorry. They are genderless person. So yeah, using both wisdom and creativity after looking back. Let's see what, and then this 3 of Cups, I already know what 3 of Cups, like, it's a time of celebration. The 3 of Cups appears during times when you are meant to have fun, spend time with friends, and let go of everyday obligations and responsibilities. Yeah. So, once you've done your self-reflection, all the choices that you've made to get you to where you are today, that created the world around you, then jump into the impulsivity and create, like, the passionate new beginning that you're trying to bring in. But just remember to stay grounded and use both sides of your brain. Be creative and passionate, but also be logical and rational in what it is that you're doing, okay? And so once you let go of all that, just know, spend time with your friends, your family, let go of everyday obligations and responsibility, and know it's a time of celebration, of new beginnings, because things are coming in. Just trust. And then at the top, and here, the Queen of Wands, the top of our deck when we finished. So the Queen of Wands is well respected and appreciated by her people. She is socially aware, respectable, confident, and full of charisma. So I feel like once you look back, you moved on to your new beginning through logic and creativity, and you've celebrated yourself, you, like, the new beginning is what's bringing you this Queen of Wands energy. You're well respected, appreciated by your people, socially aware, respectable, confident, and full of charisma. So to me, this is like your true self, and this is who you're getting back to. And looking back on everything that's happened in your life kind of reminds you of who you were, like, and who you are meant to be. And so be passionate about it. Be logical and creative about it, and have fun while you're doing it. I hope that this helped. Have a beautiful week. Wishing you guys all the best, all my love and light. If this does not resonate, I'm so sorry. Check back next week. If it did, I hope your new beginning is amazing. Love you. Mwah. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you next week. I should have put this message towards whatever. It's okay. Life happens. That was so much fun though. Oh, we're still recording on here, aren't we?